Welcome to Enchanted Tarot. This is for the sign of Gemini. Please keep in mind that it is a general reading, though. That means it may or it may not resonate with you. I feel, Gemini, like you may cross swords with somebody if you haven't already. If you haven't already, it can be avoided. I feel like if it's happened, you're both thinking about what happened, okay? And I feel like somebody needs to speak up, okay? I feel like if it's you who's resisting to talk about it, or to talk about what's on your mind, on your chest, I feel like the other person has already attempted and maybe you're not responding, okay? Because there's a resistance to respond here, okay? Resistance to taking decisive action here because of something you're remembering that is influencing your thoughts and feelings, okay? I feel like something happened, something was said or done that greatly influenced you, that hit a trigger, let's say, okay? I feel it is a trigger because the old wound sits next to you, okay? Knight of Swords right here with the Hanged Man, and you can see he's all chained up. He's really resisting saying something. And this rider, although, it can indicate news, it also can indicate taking very decisive action. And in this case, I feel like this is what it is, okay? On top of it, we see she's remembering. And so I mean, it could be that she or he is remembering something and is thinking of taking decisive action. With the Knight of Swords would be negative, okay? Um, because they are hurting, right? They're hurting. I feel like they should get their facts. I don't feel like they have their facts. I feel like they're missing information and that this could be a misunderstanding. So this is why I'm saying if it hasn't happened yet, you need to check yourself when it happens because your thoughts and past experiences, ghosts of the past, are going to influence you very strongly when it does, okay? If it hasn't happened yet. Just check yourself. Where are my thoughts and feelings coming from right now? Why am I feeling this way? Why do I feel so strongly about this right now? These are questions you would want to ask yourself to avoid what I see here, which is a situation where you're no longer talking with this person. Okay, because you're upset because you believe something went wrong. Something didn't go as planned. You had everything planned down to the tiniest little detail, but it failed. It could also be that somebody didn't show up, or because this is a no-show card, or it could be that you feel like somebody isn't loyal to you. You had your future all planned out down to the tiniest little detail, and you find out then that they're not loyal or faithful to you, or not on the same page as you, and or this is what you believe. But that's just it. It's just something you believe. It's like your darkest fears coming, attacking you because of something you heard or misunderstood, okay? Or something they said that you misunderstood. So I see that the man is looking at you, and I see that he is afraid for the options for the future, okay? He's very afraid that maybe you don't love him anymore, maybe you're feeling, you are more than likely sharing that energy. Because of this, you feel like they don't love you anymore. I feel like you need to speak to this person, and if you want them back, and I feel like you do, you need to speak the truth that's in your heart. Okay, you need to tell them how you're feeling and why. Like how you speak to this person when it happens, and I know it's going to happen. So how you speak to this person when this event takes place, it will greatly influence the outcome. It can go one way or the other depending on how you deliver your words or what you want to say. If you go in attacking the person, naturally it's not going to end well. But if you just go in and explain what's in your heart and why, and then you probably going to get your answers without even asking, you know. So how you do this will shape the outcome, determine the outcome. They're telling you right away that right now the way you're feeling and you're really hurting, okay, with this old wound, things are not as they appear when it comes to a love situation, okay. um you're worried about failure, or that it failed, or that they failed you, maybe even because of the loyalty card here, and you're hurting. You have a lot of doubts and suspicions when it comes to your person, when it comes to the relationship. Again, this has to do with the past. Okay, it has to do with the past, and it's having a negative impact on your relationship. And so what you really need to do is look to the past. Look behind you. It'll show you the way out, you know. So you're not talking. You could be, if they've reached out to you, you probably did not respond back to them. You want to, though. Your heart wants to, but you're resisting to do it. I think that you should answer them, and I think that you should meet them and talk with them. Okay, this is a decision though that you need to make, um, to reveal things to them, because he's about talking, but he's about diplomacy. Okay, so you need to be careful how you talk to this person. Don't go in on the attack. Okay, it's the same night. The same night. Okay, this is the one that initially got very angry. So this would be you if you're the one who got very angry, if you're carrying the old wound. Well, you want to talk to them about it. There's the reunion. Yeah, you want to talk about it. You're hoping for a good outcome, but um, you can easily, like, it's you can easily slip back into this energy again if you haven't done at least some of the work before you have this talk. You need to recognize where these thoughts and feelings are coming from. That's going to be uh, very, very important. And also how you speak to your person, and or how you express your feelings, okay, to this person. How you say what you're feeling, okay? You're emotionally troubled by some information that you have. How you got it, I mean, you could have got it anyway, but I feel you could have saw something, you could have heard something, um, they could have done something that you perceived was dishonest or disloyal, okay? And you are emotionally troubled by it. Um, you have if this is you, if you are this Knight of Swords, you have trust issues, and these trust issues stem from past experiences that you've had in love, okay? So you need to be aware of that. I have a couple here. I have the King and the Queen of Wands, and they are a very fiery, intense couple. So more than likely, that's the way you two are. It is unpredictable, or yeah, it's like, because he can do things. This fellow is unpredictable. Okay, so maybe you don't know what to expect from this person, but maybe it's because you have these trust issues. Okay. Um, there you are studying the coin again, wanting the bigger picture, but you need to recognize that there is a deeper emotional issue behind the choices you've been making. Okay, that's important, and it's something that needs to be discussed when you have this conversation. So I feel like a conversation needs to be had. Okay, and when you have it, just remember how you speak will greatly influence the outcome and determine the outcome. So remember that. If you speak from the heart, I see it going in a beautiful direction. We see that you see, there she is talking, okay, wanting to make peace with her person. Something's coming out of the trunk. Now that has to do with her feelings, how she feels and why she feels this way and how she perceived something. So something's coming out of the trunk. And I see that there will be a decision for the future. So a conversation is happening. Where that conversation uh, ends up is determined by how you approach it, how you speak. So keep that in mind. How you speak. Speak from the heart, and you won't have any problems. Speak from the heart. That is what I have for you. I thank you for watching, for liking, and for sharing my videos, and for subscribing. Also, thank you to everyone who has sent in a donation. It is greatly appreciated. Many blessings to all of you. Bye for now.